The legend of the Devil's Chair is one of the most unsettling and persistent myths in American folklore, particularly tied to graveyards and abandoned places. Across the United States, particularly in the Midwest and South, various cemeteries claim to have a haunted or cursed chair, an eerie stone or iron bench that is said to be directly linked to dark forces. The tales surrounding these so-called devil's chairs vary, but most share a common theme. If you dare to sit in one, you risk inviting misfortune, death, or even the presence of the devil himself. One of the most infamous devil's chairs is located in the small town of Cassadaga, Florida. This chair, made of old, weathered stone, sits within a cemetery that already has a reputation for paranormal activity. According to legend, if someone sits in the chair at midnight, they will hear whispers from the other side. Some claim these whispers are from the dead, while others insist it is the devil himself offering a deal or mocking the foolishness of the living. There are also reports that those who sit in the chair will experience bad luck, illness, or even death within a short period. Another well-known devil's chair is in an old cemetery in Illinois. The local myth there claims that if you sit in the chair on Halloween night, the devil will appear and either grant you a wish or take your soul, depending on the purity of your heart. Others say the chair serves as a kind of portal, a place where spirits gather, and sitting in it makes you more vulnerable to possession or being followed home by something sinister. Many of these chairs were originally intended as mourning benches, placed in cemeteries so grieving families could sit and reflect by the graves of loved ones. Over time, however, as they became worn, broken, and overgrown, they developed an eerie atmosphere. Their presence in quiet, shadowy graveyards made them the perfect subject for ghost stories. Some researchers believe the legend of the Devil's Chair stems from older European traditions of cursed objects, items that absorb the energy of grief and sorrow, eventually becoming supernatural in their own right. Skeptics argue that the stories of devil's chairs are simply the result of local superstition, encouraged by the natural creepiness of old cemeteries. However, there are countless testimonies from those who claim to have experienced strange occurrences after sitting in one. From sudden illnesses to sightings of shadowy figures, the legend refuses to fade. Ultimately, whether or not the devil's chair holds any real supernatural power depends on what you believe. But one thing is certain, these eerie seats continue to capture the imagination of ghost hunters, folklore enthusiasts, and thrill seekers alike. So, if you ever find yourself in a forgotten graveyard, staring at a lone, weathered chair under the moonlight, ask yourself, do you dare to sit?